What is the best way to teach children Arabic language? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Amanullah. You are welcome to my channel. If you are on this channel for the first time, like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that whenever we update, you will always get the video before any other person will. Today, inshallah, we'll be discussing how to teach children Arabic language. What is the best way to teach children Arabic language, and what are the important things we need to know while teaching children Arabic language? Many people want their children to understand Arabic language. Many people want their children, as soon as they are growing up, to be able to speak Arabic language, to be able to read the Quran and understand the meaning. But it's something that is difficult for many people to achieve. It's one of the goals that many Muslims have, but achieving this goal is very difficult for many, except for few people that their children grew up in Arabic speaking countries. But for most of us, or for those people who reside in non-Arabic speaking countries, it's very difficult. There are many things you need to know, and basically in this video we are going to be talking about 3 important things you need to know while trying to teach your children Arabic language. The first thing we need to know is imitating learning. Imitating learning is the best way to teach Arabic language or any other language for children, and in fact for adults, but it's the best way for children even more than that of the adult. I think 2 years ago I discussed imitating learning, which was titled التعلم التقليدي, the imitating learning for learning Arabic language. So it is the best way to teach children. That is how all of us learned our first language, our mother tongue. We learn it by imitating. We didn't sit down within the 4 corners of the classroom to learn our first language. We had people saying something, we try to memorize, assimilate, and we repeat. That's how imitating learning is being done. You heard, you memorize, you repeat. You don't know grammar, you don't know, in fact, you don't even know the meaning of some words, but you just say them and use them for what people say and use these words for. So that is how most of us will learn, and it is the best way because it saves you of the stress of thinking about grammar. It saves you of the stress of thinking about nahu, thinking about construction. That is none of your business. Your own is, I heard it like this, I try to say it like that. So sometimes when you get children who grow up learning Arabic language through this method, which I call imitating learning, you ask them about grammar rules they don't know. But when you made a mistake, they will tell you, no, it is not said like that. It is to be said this way. So for example, if you can get a child who was raised learning Arabic language, if you are to tell her, Ja'a Muhammadin, or if you are to tell him Ja'a Muhammadin, the child will say, no, it is not Ja'a Muhammadin, it is Ja'a Muhammadun. And if you are to ask, Limadha Muhammadun, why is it Muhammadun? The child will have nothing to say, but she will only tell you, or he will tell you, it is only used like that. So that is the one of the importance of imitating learning. You learn the language the way it is used, and also it teaches you how to use words in their context. You know, for most of us, we will learn Arabic language through asatiza, learning from the books. It is difficult for us to use some words in their context until after going through adab, which is the Arabic literature. So that was when we are able to learn how to use certain words in their context. So some of us, we just know that the word could be translated to this, we just use it that way. But imitating learning saves you from using words in a wrong way. It teaches you how to use words in the best way, and it teaches you the language in the best way and easier way to learn any language. Imitating learning, what you need to understand is you are exposing your children to the language. For people who live in Arabic speaking country, it is very easier for them because you have a lot of people who speak the language. But for those who live in non-Arabic speaking language, how do you expose your children to Arabic language? Yeah, I know of somebody who has a daughter that is below 10 and she can speak Arabic language fluently. She is not residing in any of the Arabic speaking countries. So I was surprised. How did you manage to teach this daughter Arabic language, that she is able to perfect Arabic language to this extent? So the man told me that the daughter has She was growing up, she was exposed to Arabic language as she watched Arabic movies, cartoon for children. So then she started speaking words and vocabularies, and she started speaking phrases and started saying them. And then they proceed to get as somebody to be teaching her the language. So after which she can already understand and speak the language. Now that's the first thing, imitating learning. The second thing you need to know why teaching children Arabic language is that you teach them Arabic with Arabic. One of the mistakes our madaris, our school make in teaching children Arabic language is trying to teach them the language with another language. So I used to ask this question. Our first day in school as a child, we went to English speaking school. They didn't speak our own language to us. We don't understand English, but they speak English to us. And at the beginning, we don't understand. But as time goes on, we tend to understand the language, and it was easier for us to understand and speak the language in the best way. So you need to apply this same method in teaching children Arabic language. Don't teach them Arabic with English. Don't teach them Arabic with Yoruba or Hausa. Teach them Arabic with Arabic. Um, in the university level, at the university level, we come across friends, colleagues who have been learning Arabic language right from their childhood. We only learn Arabic language at the diploma level. I only take a 2 years course, diploma course, to learn Arabic language before coming to the university. But it was surprising that those who have been learning Arabic language from Ibtidaiya and Idadiya, Thanawiya, then they come to university level, most of them could not speak Arabic language the way we do. Yeah, many of them understand Arabic language more than we do. Understand it, like the in-depth understanding, they understand the language more than we do. But when it comes to communication, we can communicate better than they will. And I try to understand why was it like that. Then I realized that most of them actually learn Arabic language with their mother tongue, which Yoruba. So they can understand, but they cannot speak. So the best way to teach a language is with the language. So you teach the children Arabic by speaking Arabic to them. I know of a school called Ma'adu Takwa in Nigeria, here, Niger State, just a primary school, and the children all speak Arabic language like our own children would speak English, our own children in our conventional schools. So I was surprised. I asked my friends who are teaching there, how were you people able to maintain this, that children of this number school speak Arabic language? They say when they bring the children to the school for the first time, they don't speak other language to them. They communicate to them in Arabic. So at the beginning, it used to be difficult for the children to understand, but before a month, 2 months, they will adapt and they will understand what everybody is doing. They will understand what everybody is saying, and they could even communicate before the first 3 months. So that is the second thing you need to know. You teach Arabic language with Arabic language, or you teach Arabic language by communicating to the children in the Arabic language. The third thing and the last thing you need to know why teaching children Arabic language is the advice of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ihris ala ma yanfa'uka. Focus only on what will benefit you. There are many things the children don't need, even adults don't even need at the early stage of learning Arabic language. You have no business with grammar, you have no business with soruf, you have no business with balagha. Your only concern is the language speaking. Your only concern is words. Your only concern is phrases, how they have been used, and you also want to listen and you repeat what have been said. So as for teaching children grammar at the early stage of learning Arabic language, you make the children not be able to speak, not to be able to communicate, because they will want to pay more attention to grammar, because grammar is so wide, it's so complex, it's so deep, and it will take a lot of time, and sometimes it will disturb their brain. And giving more attention to grammar will make the children not to be able to give a proper attention to speaking. And also the fear of I don't want to make a mistake. The children, as soon as they started learning grammar, they will realize that some things are not supposed to be said, and then it gives them problem whenever they want to speak. They think of, oh, I don't want to make mistake, I don't want to say it in a wrong way, and it will restrict them from speaking. Not only children, it also happens to adults. So that's why you see even scholars will say learning a language, you don't start with grammar. So that's why I used to tell some people that there are some things that are not for us, that is the non-native speakers. There are some things that are actually for the non-native speaker. Let me give you an example. Scholars will say if you want to learn Arabic language, you should start with Al-Ajurumiyya. Al-Ajurumiyya is a book in Arabic syntax, that is Nahu, Arabic grammar. That advice is not for us. It is for the native speakers, people that they have been speaking Arabic language, they have been living with Arabs, they can understand the language. So they start by learning grammar, learning Nahu. They start with Al-Ajurumiyya. So somebody was challenging me that why will you say somebody should start learning Arabic language with Durusul Lugha or with Al-Arabiyya Bayna Yadik? That the scholars will say start learning Arabic language with Al-Ajurumiyya. I say yes, the scholars are correct and I'm also correct, but you are wrong by not understanding what the scholars meant. That advice of learning Arabic language starting with Al-Ajurumiyya is not for a non-native speaker. It is for the native speakers who already understand the language. So what remains for them is to learn the grammar, and then they will be able to perfect their language. As for you, you need to get yourself familiar with the language first. These three things we mentioned, I hope if we work with them, we'll be able to teach our children and train them to learn Arabic language in a more appropriate way, and they will be able to communicate in Arabic language in a very short time if Allah permit. Inshallah, we are going to discuss another video to talk about the best books to teach children Arabic language. Series of books. Inshallah, going to be discussing each book and how to teach the children each of these books we are going to mention in the video. Wassalamu alaikum.